gonna behave.
You don't have to.
Starting now. Hey, I'm Chrisette Michele, and I am SoulCulture.
What brings you to London?
I'm actually here on a trip to do a project I'm doing called an audiovisual presentation, Audrey Hepburn, the mixtape. So I'm coming to London, Paris, Belgium, and Amsterdam to retrace some of Audrey's steps. I was in the studio hanging out with Sean Garrett, and we were just chatting it up. We were talking about things like the Rat Pack and Sammy Davis Jr. and just the sexy that existed at that time. And I had told him about a song that I had written called Dear Miss Audrey. And I told him about my love for fashion, my love for posing, and my love for being a lady. And we talked about how we could do an album called Audrey Hepburn. And the process to putting together an album is so much longer than the process to putting together a mixtape. So I decided that I would take it upon myself to express it the way I wanted to, with my own money, and give it to my fans for free. Well, there are so many women that I love and adore, and I chose her first because you know how sometimes you just have to do the first thing that you think of? That's why, not any other reason. Because I love Dorothy Dandridge, I love Marilyn Monroe, I love Ella Fitzgerald, but I wanted to create iconic shots, iconic poses, and I thought that she would be a great person to interpret, and so it would be my interpretation of her. I'm writing in every place that I go to, and I'm shopping in every place that I go to, like a mad woman, to buy outfits that I feel like give me some Audrey Hepburn-ness today. And then we're doing a big photo shoot when we get back to the States of all these wonderful, wonderful outfits. I'm going to Paris, a quick day in Brussels, just I want to see where she lived, where Audrey lived. Then a week of recording in Brooklyn. It doesn't take a long time to create music. People always say, well, what have you been doing for the last year, to a person, right? And then the person says, oh, I've been recording my album. That's what you're told to say. It does not take a year to sing a song. It takes a year for people to figure out how to market it, how we're gonna dress it up, let's get it pressed up, let's hire the publicist. If you wanna put out a song that you wrote yesterday, tomorrow, go on Twitter, type in a new URL, and give it to the people. So at the beginning, it'll be finished in about 2 weeks. You'll have it December 8th. I've been traveling a lot. This is my second time to Amsterdam and London, and just, I guess I would say a Euro trip, I call it, over that 2-year period. Performing a lot, every weekend, maybe 3 or 4 shows, and being quiet, you know, figuring out what's on the inside. I had spent so much time being loud and being seen that I needed a minute. I'm not good with the whole be seen thing. I suck at it. Yeah. So I needed a second to be quiet. And the stage is quiet to me too. I don't mind an audience. It's when you go outside and there's red carpets and all that kind of stuff. I just needed a minute. So everybody's doing things because it might get seen. Nobody's doing things because it's the way they feel. And that's exhausting. The whole concept of this mixtape for me is to say, you know what, I can't do it because I think somebody's gonna like it. I'm doing it because I know I have to say it. It has nothing to do with what I think is acceptable or unacceptable. It has to do with what I feel like I need to say. And this is what I feel like I need to say, and you'll see it and hear it in the audiovisual presentation.
You're working on your 4th album.
See, working on the album's been finished for a long time.
Your 4th album's finished now. Better.
Yeah, which I wrote a year and a half ago. I can't wait for you to hear it though. Yeah, I'm singing my heart out on this album. I'm finally interested in falling in love. I wasn't for a little while. I was interested in falling in lust. And when you do that, a lot of times you break somebody else's heart and yours gets broken in turn, or vice versa. And so I'm open to the possibility. So the sadness that you might have heard in the album that I just did before and the one before that isn't there. This is a hopeful album, one that believes that love can exist.
Why is it called Better?
Because I'm in a better space than I've been in a really, really long time. I'm in the same space that I was in right before I got signed. Do you know? Where I just wanted to express myself. I just wanted to play, go in the studio and have fun. That's what we did when we recorded the song Better. I was just playing. This whole album is me enjoying myself. And that's when I think the best moments happen for a person who's an artist.
Who have you worked with on this album?
I hung out with Chuck Harmony, who I did the last 2 albums with. I hung out with Music Soul Child. I hung out with my mom a lot and my little brother. Carvin and Ivan, who did a lot of Mary J. Blige's music. Pop and Oak, who did a lot of Chris Brown music. It's quite a few people, and we haven't gotten to the point where we put all the features on it yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.